innings. Maybe his best start of the season, all things considered.
Loss to Oakland in the opener. Tonight, Blue Jays baseball presented by
out just a little bit more. You can see he introduced the cutter.
Alejandro Kirk moves into the 3 spot. Arden's Coliseum is ready to go, and so are the guys in blue.
The home of the A's. A's beating the Blue Jays spot and swinging the bat, as you know, extremely well recently.
The Oakland Athletics. Here are the players who will play behind Adrian Martinez.
This 4-game losing streak. George Springer to lead it off last night. Had just 5 base runners. That is the fewest number of
hitting speed, I think, for the Blue Jay baseman. And when you throw under,
he has a good changeup. Also has a slider, not as good of a pitch. Homers had a double in last night's game. There's the slider down at first. He has joined the team. Leo Devon White joining the team here on the West Coast, and he will be DHing tonight. There's some movement on that fastball.
Have to pick that up early and make sure he gets it up.
Called up to start one of those games. He did great, but then he got sent right back down. Came up.
Won 7 runs.
But he sets down the Blue Jays in order as well, and has done a nice average against lefties that they have seen a lot before in Yusei Kikuchi.
Yeah, and Yusei couldn't pitch much better. His 10th start against them. He's 1-2 with a very nice ERA of 3.
Will lead it off for the A's. Kikuchi bounces the first as the day went along, but he did re-introduce the hard one at around 89 or 90, which would look like that one.
It's imperative that he commands the strike zone. If he does that, he's going to be.
And in there with a strike, it is. And that'll run inside for
Curtis Gurriel in the outfield, so Raimel Tapia will get the start out there. And out in center field, he could be busy tonight.
A's like to run a little bit, but there's a lefty on the mound. Will they?
I'm sure Mark Kotsay is going to try and get a feel for what kind of stuff.
Swing and a miss, and it did an early lead again. That one just missed
first.
Low and a full. He's not going, and it's sent foul by Laureano.
He's not getting a very good read first base, so if you want to start that runner, get it.
2, and he missed down and away.
Troubling sign right there. He was so good in his last start because
got some pop, got a lot of swing and a miss.
Power. He's got some big time power.
Could have been throw the fast.
A's have not hit a lot of home runs. They've hit 58 home runs all this ballpark.
The problem with popping one out of here. 1-2. Around third, he'll come in to score. Laureano will come to third.
From there, it took a lot of pressure off their pitcher. It's a fastball that's confident after that hit.
Here, except for Jake Middle gets through Kikuchi, but it finds Espinal.
And luckily for them, that ball really didn't.
Bounce for Stephen Piscotty. Swing and a miss by Piscotty. Pick back in the day of the St. Louis.
Good everyday outfield.
Espinal, Biggio's got a hustle back to the bag and gets there
at the midway point. He said the vibes are really good here, Dan. They think they're in a good spot around the midway point.
Second wild card spot. The Red Sox have the first. The Rays have the third. The Guardians the playoffs. There's one more playoff spot available. But you know, you hear
honest, and they would say we have.
Oscar hits it right on the screw. A game ahead of their pace. They're scoring less, but remember, offense is down half of the year. But when you're playing a team, no disrespect to Oakland, but they.
To think that the field for a base hit, the one number I think that really stay on it, or you're going to hit it off the end of the bat. Gavin
takes a little outside. Front of the ring here tonight. And gone in Oakland, and hitting a 2-run homer.
Team player, a really good round of batting practice today. I saw him hit a ball.
Coming back here to Oakland, helping his new team. Home run number 12. Both available, but both getting a scheduled course of the season. For Noisy, the third baseman.
Guy's days off. That doesn't mean he's going to be sitting legs fresh.
And it's 18 games, so At rest, there's a liner to right, and Stephen Piscotty will make shortstop for the A's, leading off the second against Yusei Kikuchi. Texas 2 now with Oakland. As Kikuchi falls behind. There's a strike. 2-1. He's
the best leadoff hit. Stolen bases, runs scored, walks, leadoff
season and through the World Series. A strike, and it is
with the big bases.
I guess you never know. Yeah.
Right.
Down to the left of the bag as Pinder takes a strike. With the A's, it flipped to Espinal and on to first in time.
By the Blue Jays, that gives them now 70 double plays.
Sheldon Noisy, the third baseman. So let's go Blue Jays chant. That's in there. 2-1. Going to the crew chief is at first. And
one of those. If you can't throw it consistently.
But still a couple of runs in off him. It's 2-2 bottom second, and here's the number. So now Bolt's getting a shot. Well, territory here, but not enough.
And
upstairs, and it's a ball in it.
You mentioned it. 80 pitches in the strike zone.
And that's been the perplex. Ross Stripling there. Pop for Bichette onto Espinal to force the runner. And a 2-2 tie going to the third. The Blue Jays runs coming on him here, and Gabriel Moreno's got a few weeks in the big leagues now. You know, we've come to know Moreno as a guy who
they will take a round where they swing as
times in the minors. Not this year at AAA. Big swing and a miss. 2-2. Got
a good two-strike hitter, and he's been able to do all of that.
Good pitch. Going to more. There's one to Springer, but he missed.
Plate.
Well, he's mixed.
A lot of changeups, a lot of pitches in the strike zone. Really had the Blue Jays off.
2-2. Dot Noisy fires it across the diamond to get him.
To at the backhand, and then the strong arm.
And here's Bo Bichette. All of a sudden, the fastball. It's fouled. Way outside. Well, hips.
Match that up against the pitcher's game plan.
And a changeup is in order. You say Kikuchi gets a Seattle. You know, and he would have his section of fans, and obviously he was tremendous.
Field corner whenever he pitched.
And Allen goes the other way and sneaks it between Bichette. Outside. Now Bethancourt, the first baseman. Game right now, keeping them in it at the moment with all the base runners the A's have had. And he hit another one.
I'm right there saying, hey, this guy's having trouble getting the ball over the plate.